Oh, I just stopped it. And the po people.
I'm working on it. I got stuff for. I shouldn't be surprised. Oh, I should have just surprised. I shouldn't have did that. I'm working on it.
Oh, it's definitely on.
I'm working when they think I ain't working.
Yeah, pull it up.
This is Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Welcome.
Oh no.
This is Community Radio 99 Gems, Care Festival Radio, and you are tuned into the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, brought to you by the Community Development and Training Center, aka CDAD. And we want to thank you for helping us redefine what's cool.
Because smart
is the new game.
Yeah.
Baby.
And if you don't know, now you know. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
And I am the one and only Mr. Edmund.
Yeah, good job, Mr. Edmund.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's What's on Your Mind Wednesday.
What's on your mind? We need a song. We need a song for everything day.
Okay. Y'all hear that out there in Radio Land?
Calling out all the artists. If you would like to have your voice on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, because we finna relaunch. We finna reload.
All right, you know what? You just.
I got up ready this morning. I'm a Gemini. This is my New Year's, y'all.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. We walking into Gemini season. Is that where we at? Is that what that is?
Taurus season just started.
We're going to electric.
Okay.
We're going to electric slide past that.
First of all, we ain't.
Two steps towards it. Yeah.
Taurus season ain't even been in a good week.
Okay.
And he talking about we sliding into
Gemini season. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Taurus is
Gemini get 2 whole months.
No.
See, you started Libra season and the rain on me in them 30 days.
Yeah.
Now it's official. Gemini gets a month for each side.
She did. She really did.
2-sided.
She did that though.
I mean, try it and see what happens.
Shout out to all the Geminis. If you out there, if you coming, let them know we coming.
Okay. I like Gemini.
Right. So today, y'all, is Blessing Day.
Yeah. I feel it.
First off, it's Blessing Day. So today is all about spreading positivity and kindness wherever you go, whether it's a warm smile, a kind gesture, or lending a helping hand. Blessing Day reminds us of the power of compassion and generosity. Also, we have Call Appreciation Day.
Appreciate them.
Appreciate it. It's a perfect opportunity to shower your significant other with love and appreciation, kind of giving Valentine's vibes with couple appreciation. From heartfelt messages to romantic gestures, take time to celebrate the special bond you share with your partner. It's also Agriculture and Labor Day.
Okay, big shouts out to the Youth Forum. Just had an event.
Last
couple of days back to back.
Youth Forum been like every week seemed like something happening over at the farm, man.
Carl, it's fair to say that Carla Bristol and the Youth Forum is clicking on all cylinders.
Oh yeah, they hitting. They really hitting, man.
They clicking on all cylinders.
So today we honor the hard work and dedication of farmers and laborers who play a vital role in our society. We want to take a moment to recognize their contributions and express gratitude for the abundance they provide. Also, this is right in line with something I know that you're gonna ride this wave. It's New Homeowners Day.
Ooh.
Congratulations to all new homeowners out there. Today is the day to celebrate this significant milestone and the beginning of an exciting new chapter in your lives. So it's Homeowners Day and Saturday.
Big shouts out to all the homeowners. And this Saturday, the Home Counseling Services meeting will be happening. So if you or your significant other would like to get some free home counseling tips, home services tips, yes.
Yeah.
This Saturday at 10 a.m. at 1600 MLK Street South, 10 a.m. And there will be a free $50 gift card for all homeowners, actual homeowners in attendance. Let them know you heard about it on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, the one and only Mr. Edmonds. That's 1600 MLK Street South this Saturday at 10 a.m. Home Counseling Services for free, and you get a $50 gift card for all homeowners in attendance.
Right on. And last but certainly not least, it's National Black Barbershop Appreciation Day. Today, we honor the cultural significance and contributions of Black-owned barbershops. These establishments serve as community hubs and provide much more than just haircuts. They are pillars of support and community unity. So, yeah, when the last time you've been to the barbershop? Hair salon?
So I went to the hair salon on Monday.
Okay, looking good.
Thank you.
Jam.
Touched by Ash.
Okay, right on.
So I went there. I went to the barbershop right before the Collard Green Festival.
Okay.
Took the kids out there to get a haircut.
Cultural hub, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, I was trying to go the other day but they wasn't open.
Okay, I hear that loud and clear. Also, on May 1st, I was deciding whether or not I was going to read this story.
Read it.
On May 1st, 1967. If there's any question, read it. That's the one you want to read. So on May 1st, 1967, Elvis Presley and Priscilla Presley got married.
Oh, you didn't have to read.
Their journey to the altar began 7 years prior when Priscilla was just 14 and Elvis was 24.
Now, when R. Kelly Day come, I need an R. Kelly fact.
Yep, that's why I was just like, okay, do I really want to read this? Yeah, and it says given. Wow. So given that Priscilla was 14 when she met Elvis in 1959, it is likely that their relationship would have been illegal under the consent laws in many states at the time.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
and they stay steadfast,
and they love them some Elvis,
and they steadfast.
They didn't cancel Elvis. They didn't stop him from. Yeah.
I think,
but they don't cancel. So listen, they don't cancel the other culture. Look,
okay,
they didn't cancel. They didn't cancel Elvis. They didn't cancel Hugh Hefner.
Yeah,
they didn't cancel Diddy.
Did they cancel
Diddy?
No,
and they didn't. And they didn't
cancellation loading.
And they didn't cancel Celine Dion's husband.
Okay,
why Celine was a kid too?
Yeah, her husband was her manager, and then they got married.
And Celine was a kid.
Yeah.
Again, go look it up. He was her manager.
Yeah.
And soon as she turned 18, they started officially dating and got married.
Wow. So it's a courtship. That's how they try to play this thing with Elvis and Priscilla, was that they courted for 7 years before they actually got married.
Well, probably 4.
Yeah.
Because when she turned 18. But then they didn't get married till.
Yeah. She was like 21, I want to say, something like that.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So as we move on,
in other news, on May 1st, 1926, the Ford Motor Company becomes one of the first companies in America to adopt a 5-day, 40-hour work week for workers in automotive factories.
Oh, they was working it. Not actually back then.
They was doing 6 days.
It was 8 days a week, 25 hours a day.
Pretty much.
Ain't no days off.
The policy would also be extended to Ford's office workers the following August. The company had broken ground in labor policies before. In early 1914, against the backdrop of widespread unemployment and increasing labor unrest, Ford announced that it would pay its male factory workers a minimum wage of $5 per 8-hour day, which was an increase from $2.34 for 9 hours. The policy was adopted for female workers 2 years later. The news shocked many in the industry at the time because $5 per day was nearly double what the average auto worker made. But it turned out to be a stroke of brilliance, immediately boosting productivity along the assembly line and building a sense of company loyalty and pride among Ford's workers. And so, they also decided to reduce the work week from 6 to 5 days. They did that in 1922. Wow, that was 102 years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay, Can we go back to this? Because I just went. Celine was 12.
Oh,
and
no.
he was 38 when they first met.
Are you serious?
Okay.
12?
She was 12 when they first met.
Oh, my God.
So I suggest people go watch Jaguar Wright interviews.
Okay.
She's got a new interview out now.
Okay.
But go watch all her old interviews. She kind of like tough with her language,
right?
But she's been talking about this culture of that type of stuff.
Like, is that pedophilia? Is that what they calling it?
I think it.
No Diddy.
So listen. Let me see what age they was when they got married. But they stayed married the whole time, right? Till he was 73, till he passed away.
And what, she was 21. Oh,
there was a difference of 26 years.
So I'm
Right.
not gonna be
In
laughing
there.
at these people, right?
Wow.
Because love don't have an age, but you must definitely.
But they say they
not
confirmed. Okay, this is what they say.
do
They
that.
confirmed their first date was when she was 19.
So 7 years.
Yeah.
So they hung out 7 years. He kind of, man, that ain't right. I don't think that's right.
Especially
They need to refuse to work.
It's close to grooming.
Yeah.
I think so. Like, I think it's pedophilia when you watch somebody grow up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, that's predators.
All
Predators,
of it.
okay.
You know what I mean? When you watch somebody grow, that's just kind of.
Yeah, that ain't right, man. Y'all been on
but you know, people do it. I hate to have this conversation, but you hear like, hey,
that ain't right.
It ain't right.
That ain't right. It's just not right. It's not right. It's not right.
It is a real serious situation and things that happen in our community all the time.
He like them young and all of that kind of stuff.
She like them old.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but you're right.
You're right.
No, you're right. Because I remember in middle school, I remember, girls used to say, man, I don't like to date guys my age.
Well, so
I like to date older guys. And them older guys was like 22 and they was like 14, 15.
Like, I was talking to a high schooler when Cheyenne was in high school, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, Miss Qiana, I don't date anybody in high school. They don't like me.
Wow.
She was like, they don't like me. She was a little bit more developed. She was heavier. So, and at that point, guys like that, the thinner girls, that was kind of what was in and popping. So she was like
skinny and light skin.
And she was the opposite of all of that.
she was a little chunky and dark skin. Yeah.
And we was having a conversation. She was like, they're not into me.
Wow.
And then I'm like, well, how old is too old? Like, I mean, how old are you? You know what I mean? Because I can't tell you not to like boys or not to, because this
but
is.
But she don't like boys. She like men.
She liked the boys. Yeah. Boys didn't like her.
Okay. But the men did.
And I don't know if it was that 19-year-old or the 20-year-old, because we didn't get into the ages
of these men,
people that's liking her. But a lot of people end up, and I'm not making any excuses, end up liking people who like them.
Yeah,
that's life.
That's what happened.
They ain't making no excuses.
Yeah, people like people who like them. That's
I
real.
Definitely think it's the intersection of where somebody wrong and somebody right, but everybody doing it together.
You know what I'm
saying?
I think
it's an intersection somewhere.
It is. Like, I think if you watch somebody grow up, I don't see how you could ever. Right. I tell people, like, if you call me Miss Qiana, there is no chance.
But
ever.
This is how life goes, though. Let's say 30 years from now, right? And you 40, right? And a 20-year-old that you was seeing or you knew of, and y'all just magic.
Okay.
Then what?
That's
two adults.
It's two adults. That's life.
But were you grooming? See?
No, you wasn't grooming because
no, I agree.
No, this wasn't. No.
But then they'll say you grooming. You done known that boy since he was 15 years old.
Wait. Go back. Wait.
And now he's 22 and was that grooming?
No, the 22-year-old been liking the like nice.
I think we had a letter or something like that, right?
Listen,
we had a letter with
like, I've been looking.
It was brother and sister. It was like the sister friend.
It was the siblings. It was the half siblings.
Yeah, and it was like one of them was like,
it was
like you ain't.
No, it was the mama. It was the mama and the daddy.
Oh, that was another letter. Yeah,
the mama and the daddy was boyfriends. But they never lived together and they never blended their families. And then the two children end up liking each other.
That was a letter.
That was,
Well, I was referring to this one where they had the older sister. Her friend was liking her younger brother. And she watched him grow up, but like he's not the little brother no more, and now he really into his sister's friend, and the sister had a problem with it or something like that.
I think when it comes to siblings, it's really crazy because I remember like Octavius, I ain't want none of my friends to date him, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
But they checking for him.
Oh, and they dated him. I had no. I
was say, dang, you blocking.
But then I remember, like, I know.
He's blocking.
She
was running interference, right?
But then I like, but I liked his friend, and he was like, no, that's different.
I would like to hear your answer to that. How's that different?
You blocking.
How's that different?
No, it's a difference.
How?
Okay.
Because you look out for sisters a different way. And sisters supposed to look out for brothers a different way. It's not the same look out. You don't look out for me how I look out for you. You put me in the game. I'm supposed to.
So I have no. So listen, I have a lot. Y'all know I got a lot of brothers.
Yeah.
Right. And all my friends have like most of all my brothers.
Okay.
Young and old.
But they're not grooming though. They're not grooming. Y'all be careful, man. Be careful out there, y'all. It's really real, man.
There's no right answers to this.
Yeah.
Every answer is wrong.
But definitely, age of consent is a real thing, though. Yeah.
Blessing.
I see you shaking your head on that. Age of consent.
It is. And you want me to tell you when I realized that age. When age of consent, when Qiana got of age,
what's up, Damien? I see you.
Older guys, definitely. I had to deal with her dating older guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like,
because I think about my daughters. That's a tough one.
That's just how.
And then what it is, then reality came in is that I'm Qiana's mom.
Because older is one thing, but like your age is a different thing.
But then I had to put it. But now
you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, an older guy for me is like 3 years, 3 years older.
No, but then I had to put it.
If you my age, what about you talking about my daughter?
What about when you act like your daughter age too?
But then, and then this is what.
So it's already bad. It's already bad. It's an age difference, and y'all at the same club.
But then but I had to put it in perspective too. Is that he's so funny? Is that I was a teen? I was a teen parent.
But still,
no, I was a teen.
So that means.
So the gap of the age is smaller.
Yeah.
I was a teen parent too, though. But I'm thinking still, if somebody my age trying to get at my daughter, I got a problem with that.
It ain't nothing you can do about it, sir. It ain't nothing you can do about it, sir.
Boom, 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 boom.
And and then if y'all know, like my
Brittany watching. Brittany, if you got one of your friends that's your age trying to date one of your children, is that a problem for you or not?
I was
grown children.
I was
grown children. Grown children. Yeah.
I was uncomfortable.
You got a 21-year-old and
that's still a baby.
Yeah.
I was uncomfortable. I was
so
uncomfortable.
15 years, 16 years on that would be what? 35?
I mean, 21 and 28.
36 and 21.
You
36 and 21?
Yeah.
That's Beyonce and Jay-Z down there.
But if you 36 though.
But so listen, nobody like
that's tough. That's tough.
How about 48 and 32?
I mean, you can live with that because
I guess
grown up.
Them grown up.
So wait, when do you
in the 30s?
What about
But you on the early end of 30 and the back end of 40.
Y'all both know y'all wrong. See,
okay,
it's a mutual thing.
Good morning, Miss Wanda. Yeah.
See, once you talk about 30s and 40s and 50s and 30 and 30 and 80,
right?
Hey, everybody grown at this point.
Right.
So when do you get grown?
By 30.
About
30.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I guess
Yeah, older for my children, like yeah.
So we were talking about this.
So that 2 to 3 years older is like for my children.
But for you,
yeah.
What you
well, no, my wife's older than I am, though.
So on the other show,
not way older.
Because my boyfriend is younger than I, right? And so on the other show, they called me Q Kel.
It was a cougar.
Oh.
Q Kelly.
Wanted to say for men 30-ish.
Yeah.
I hear that.
I mean, because it was funny. I thought it was funny. But for each his own, I think it's crazy if you groom somebody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially if you watch somebody grow
and
up.
if y'all just tuning in, we talking about the age difference between dating, because today is the anniversary of Elvis Presley and Priscilla Presley getting married. And they said in the article that he was 24 and she was 14 when they met, and so that's how we got on this topic.
And then we started talking about Celine Dion and her husband. She was 12 and he was 38.
Yeah.
When they first met, and
that's a problem for me, but okay. But that's just me.
But even when it's a problem, you see, they didn't care because they end up getting married and they stayed together through.
Yeah.
And she hasn't remarried either.
Okay. So he was 38 and they stayed together until he was in his 70s or something. So
he passed away to his 70s. They started dating, I guess, when
she was in her 50s or something like that. That's
somewhere. Okay. So they spent a lifetime together.
Okay. And she still got a lifetime to go that she could probably give to somebody else. All right. So have y'all been driving on the interstate lately? Like, have y'all been on like 275 and taking
the express lane?
That's where I'm going with that.
I drove under it.
You haven't.
It's free until the 4th.
Yeah.
So take it right.
Yeah. Drive free until noon on May 3rd.
Oh, it's the 3rd?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the Gateway Express toll roads and the tolled I-275 express lanes are open. The goal is to bring congestion relief and travel route options to thousands of Tampa Bay areas. Some of the things you need to know before you go. Again, it is free until May 3rd. You can try before you buy, as they said. Drive the new toll roads.
I said, hurry up and buy. Hurry up and
buy. Beginning on Friday, May 3rd, all tolls for SR 686. We got to get what these is because, we don't know what SRs is. And SR, we know what it is, but like, do you know what SR 686 is?
I think that's, and I may be wrong.
I think that's, there you have it.
Where they got all them factories at, where they need to move the factory.
And SR 690, yeah.
I know, but the junkyard and, right between.
I know you're talking about.
And interstate.
Yeah, that's where the expressway is. But they saying between those two roads, those will be collected electronically using SunPass prepaid toll program or toll by plate. The I-275 express lane tolls will only be collected through SunPass prepaid toll program, and you can get go to SunPass and get you one. The expressway project. Yeah, I was just seeing if y'all had a chance to check it out. You plan on doing it?
Nope.
You ain't doing the expressway?
Nope. Not if I can help it.
The toll is like 50 cents or something.
No, I pay the toll in order express when it's worth it.
Well, it has to be worth it. And usually it's not worth it.
The express doesn't mean you get the speed. So a lot of people don't understand what the expressway really. People think they get in the expressway and they do 130 miles.
No, that's not.
No.
Yeah.
No, you still got to do the speed limit.
Right.
It's supposed to not have as much traffic.
Yeah.
In the express because people don't want to pay.
I mean, you've been in places where they have express lanes before. You see how they operate.
And sometimes,
I mean, all the time out of town.
Yeah. Well, look.
But
they didn't have them here.
They do.
So now they in town.
No, they don't have them here.
If you use them all the time out of town, then you got one in town that you might not use.
Well, they didn't have
them. What's the deal, man?
No, but they have them in Tampa. They just didn't have them in St. Pete.
Yeah. And it's coming, I think, all the way over to like 38th Avenue North. So they coming down. But this is the Gateway Expressway. So, yeah, it's open. Other improvements include rebuilding the Roosevelt Boulevard from the Bayside Bridge to the Almerton Road. Also repaving 118th Avenue North up to US 19. But I'm encouraging people to go and experiment with this stuff because I went out there maybe about a month ago and I felt like I was out of town, man. I didn't know where I was going. And I used to drive that way all the time, every day for like 2 years and then not going and then going now by the airport over there by Clearwater Airport and making them turns, going to Bayside Bridge, like the whole everything done changed. And so if you're not familiar with it, it's definitely changing right before our eyes, man. Like we've been watching them build it and now it's built.
I definitely want to unite with that. We are in a rapidly growing community.
Right.
The landscape, the skyline, everything is rapidly changing around us right now in real time. So these are going to be the black and white picture days that they talk about.
Yeah.
Like when they built the expressway.
Yeah.
Like when the railroad came
What was it
through.
like before the expressway?
Yeah. Like what was it like before the railroad, and what did the railroad do?
Yeah.
Maybe I ain't saying the expressway will do what the railroad will do, but I'm just saying.
Oh yes, but it's a major change though.
Yeah. So we got to get active and we got to be involved. That's why we did the economic conference. We're planning part 2.
Yes.
If you want to be a part of the Southside Economic Conference, please reach out to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Reach out to our inbox. Let us know you want to be a part. We're planning our second meeting. This is going to be this is going to be an extravaganza. We're not gonna hold.
Why did you? Qiana, why did you react that way to when Mr. Evans said it's going to be an extravaganza? I want to know. The audience wants to know. When he said it's going to be an extravaganza, why couldn't you hold yourself together? What was that? She couldn't keep it. She couldn't keep it. She could not keep it. Nietzsche said extravaganza with a question mark. Y'all crazy.
All right, I'm going to finish.
Yes, sir. Please, thank you. We're going to let you finish, but.
Okay, yes, the Southside Economic Conference Part 2 coming soon. If you want to be a part, inbox us, because this will be a community extravaganza.
That's what it was. We didn't have sound effects. That's what happened. When you say extravaganza, we got to have sound effects. We got to have like bells, whistles.
All of a sudden, I'm going to put my foot out and the music on the start.
Right. An extravaganza. Oh my God. Yeah, you listen to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, y'all.
Hey, everybody.
Thank y'all for tapping in. Man.
People is. Good morning, Mama Blue. Good morning, Modern Day Job. Stephanie. Listen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they in here. Mike Boogie, I see you. Miss Wanda, I see you. Thank you for commenting. Yeah, it's real, man. So, in the news and what's happening, just seeing what's happening. One of the things is so April is gone, May 1st, right?
April.
Yeah, tell me about April.
We have to talk about April, man. April was an amazing month.
We'll put it in. We'll be putting it out, Miss Wanda.
April was an amazing month, especially for the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. We did like 3-4 events.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot going on in April.
Like it, though.
We had a lot going on. Yeah, because it was kind of spread around.
6 or 7 events.
So we started off with the Catalyst we was hosting.
Yeah. Well, before that, First Friday.
No.
That was
No, I mean First Friday on Friday morning in April.
Okay,
at Urban.
So we started at Urban in the morning.
And guess what? Tomorrow, Friday is
First Friday.
Yeah,
back at it.
At Urban. So we need all y'all to come out there and get your coffee. We might have cake.
Yeah. Ooh.
Right.
Ooh.
And then Amina's is out there. You could get your breakfast.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's an event.
It is.
I don't want to say extravaganza again, but I'm gonna leave it alone. I ain't gonna be there.
You can't use extravaganza. The word of the day is extravaganza.
But no, it's an amazing event. First Friday is always a beautiful day out there. And one of the only black-owned coffee shops, man, in the city. Shots out Urban Drinking.
Oh, Mama Blue said we still owe her a slice from the last time.
Come on,
come and get it.
We're gonna be drinking that Hog Batch black-owned coffee.
Yeah,
Hog Batch, ain't that the name of it?
Yeah, Hog Batch, but ain't no hog. Yeah.
We don't eat pig though.
Yeah, no, we do not.
No, we do not.
We don't mess with the Willie. No hocking on my bread.
No, but this is, I love First Fridays because this is one of the times that we get to interact with our audience and everybody. It's
always a good time.
Then people really like.
I bet Brittany over there. Brittany Varner came out. Yeah, thank you.
Tell us.
Melody Manifest.
Urban Drinkery really put together the economic conference.
Okay. I see it.
Those are all.
Yeah, urban airs. Those urban airs?
I mean, they're a part of the urban community.
Okay.
They're part of the greater urban community.
The ecosphere. Right?
Yeah, part of the ecosystem. It's definitely a place to connect with, Black excellence.
Yeah.
It is.
Black young and older.
And his family. Let me tell you what happened yesterday. So had a meeting at
Urban. See?
At Urban,
yeah.
See? What I told you now.
At Urban, we all there.
Yeah.
Right?
We
Now
all there.
Jabbar there, we're in a whole nother.
I'm minding my business all morning.
Okay.
Until he stopped minding his business.
On. Now, I seen when he said that was the qualifier for something. I don't know what it was.
My business all morning.
Okay.
And
then what happened?
So listen, he come over, hey y'all, he go, woo, woo, woo. Then all of a sudden he said, okay, I wasn't gonna ask.
Okay.
But what y'all talking about?
Oh man! So you went, but you didn't all morning.
I wasn't gonna say that.
But then when the clock struck 12,
they still sitting here.
Yeah,
like man, what's going on?
Yeah, they meeting too long over here.
I'm minding my business.
Yeah, yes sir.
And so you know what happened when you mind other people's business?
What happened? You end up with something to do.
Yeah. They gave me work, and I did it right then.
Okay,
look, I'm closing circles.
Okay,
closing cycles.
That's right.
Put it on you now. You fill in, put something in.
Yeah, since you want to be. But then this is the great thing.
But that's usually how it worked with us anyway, though.
It was a
like our conversations, for the most part, end with something to do, some
But
action item.
kinda, yeah.
We usually huddle more than we converse.
Right, we do.
You know what I'm saying? It's like right, and so we huddle.
Boom, 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 put your hand.
All right, you over here, you do
Now
that,
go.
break, and then we
Go.
break. Yeah. So that's not uncommon.
What you come back with is what we got.
Yeah. So you basically just got into the play, like, okay, give me the ball. Let me get something to do.
Yeah.
and they found something for you to do.
Really?
Run this play. Here you go.
And he
got an idea?
Yeah.
You do it.
And you know
that's
what?
that's kind of how we operate, right?
And he ran his play, right?
Yeah.
But this is the beauty of Urban Drinkers.
Okay.
I left. I get a phone call back.
Left the bag.
I left my whole wallet.
The bag. Literally.
Okay. Whole wallet.
Left the
My
bag.
whole wallet.
She said her whole wallet, like it's a difference between
the
the wallet.
You know, the big one.
Okay, the whole
that
thing.
went like a
right.
basketball.
Right. Right.
You know that thing busting out.
Sharonda said on the spot too. You jumped in and was on that.
I left my whole. I got a phone call.
Okay.
My wallet was still intact. Nobody went in it. Nothing.
Yeah.
So to be able to like move freely like that, and to know that you can come back and everything is intact, this is a good place to be.
Leave your phone and your phone.
But
right
everybody there is still like everybody there is
solid.
family.
Yeah.
The vibes are always
That's what you're looking
there.
for, though.
That's really what you looking for.
People come from different states, different cities, and you looking for a place where people know your name.
You do.
Urban
And then
place.
if it's your first time ever going there, one thing that Chandra does that I love is she asks you kind of like
she know what you want.
and then once you give her her answer or whatever the question is, she got you.
Yep.
And then she come in, and then whenever you come, she gonna know exactly what, and that's to let you know that how passionate she is, how much she loves what she do, and she wants to give out good vibe. And her daughter's just like that because it's a mama and daughter duo.
Oh yeah. And they got that customer service figured out for real.
Yeah,
man.
they do.
So you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, the new 99 Jams morning show, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a community-owned public media resource, WUJM 99 Jams relies on the support of listeners like you to keep the shows you love on the air, the doors open, the lights on, and to continue to put out quality programming in the Tampa Bay area. Please consider making a donation or becoming a show sponsor today. You can do so by going to 99jamstheberg.com and clicking that donate button and share. The location for Urban Drinkery is 2184 9th Avenue South. 2184 9th Avenue South on the Deuces, y'all.
Right, and we'll be there Friday
Park.
morning.
Yep.
Come on, pull up on
7-ish. Yeah. 7-ish. We'll be out there, y'all.
Tomorrow, Friday, first Friday, we'll be doing the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club live on location at Urban Drinkery.
So going into May, knowing that June also is right around the corner, that's qualifying for local elections. So we're going to start to see a little more, activity around the electoral cycle. And so
more activity. We can turn up.
No, you want me to tell you this is it because
talk to me then.
It is it. It's officially it because now
it's on May or June.
This is when.
Come on.
Shut up.
He's officially it.
I'm laughing because I know what he about to say, right?
No.
And I got no idea, so I'm just like here for the ride. Go ahead.
Because offers are being thrown out there now, right? It is time.
They hiring.
They are hiring.
So that is that the little work.
Very slim. It's slim. It's slim.
It's still.
What you mean?
I don't think it's a lot of emphasis being.
That's why I said a little more activity. Because right now, yeah, that's right.
And I meant that because, like, the work that finding work in our community. It's been the events that's remember, we've helped put together and orchestrate. And I think that's gonna be this time again as well. So the work, that we gotta do, plus like the institutional push ain't really there this year.
Yeah. And I hear that.
Everybody, I think it's a crowded field. And everybody working on the cheap.
I saw something earlier this year about the union. SEIU said that they was going to be investing like a couple $1 million nationwide into the to the electoral process. And they was talking about like having a robust canvassing and operation. I don't know how much of that money is coming to Florida, but I know that they was really looking to do some investments in the electoral cycle this year.
Do you think now more people are relying on social media to help them with it instead of getting a this is just a question.
I don't think a lot of them really even understand it yet. Still, some do. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You got like millennial, elected, kind of swift. But like for the most part, I think what it is people are putting dollars into the machine, and I don't think the machine's spitting the dollars back out.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And I think they're using, particularly with the president, they're using Donald Trump to get Biden
the boogeyman. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's almost like scare.
Don't vote for the boogeyman.
And they're then in their mind they feel the investment, and this is just me thinking in out the box.
Sure.
But I think they're investing in the scare tactics more than
like their messaging.
And Biden office just is about to open up, if not already, in Tampa.
Yeah, no, I see that. I'm laughing because I saw an article. I didn't read
I heard
it.
They paying minimum wage,
but they was talking about Trump and his investments. We might have to talk about that off air during the break, and then reconvene on the other side of that. Yeah. No, I hear it. But no, they was you talking about messaging, and one of the things that they've been doing, they've been on Trump about is just how his attempts to try and woo black voters is like falling flat because they just got bad messaging when they reach out to us. So like they were saying that the shoe, thing that was like gimmicky, right? He's saying that black people can relate to him because he's a convicted felon. So he trying to make these reaches, but he reaching the wrong way.
Because this is gimmick.
It's like he want black votes, but he trying to get them by saying vote for me because I'm a felon like y'all.
But it's what vote he trying to get.
Yeah. He trying to felon vote, I guess. The returning citizen.
That's
okay.
The returning citizen. And we ain't got a lot of time. We'll talk about it more.
That's interesting.
The biggest swing vote. It's the swing vote of swing votes.
Okay.
Is the returning citizens, people like myself who have been incarcerated and came back to the community and get politically active. Their voice is the swing vote.
Yeah.
And everybody vote. Everybody.
That's why they was trying to put them in jail.
Everybody.
That's why when they got.
And now that your vote is reinstated.
So here in the state of Florida, because depending on what state you in, they were already, but we got to take a hard stop.
Let's talk about that though after the break, y'all.
Take a hard stop. So when we come back, we're going to continue to talk about that. We know we got to talk about bad parents. Because we said that we were.
Yes.
That's gonna be. We got to ask Qiana.
Go ahead.
No, we told them this. We got to keep our word.
Yeah, that was like 3 shows ago.
Friday.
No, we said it on Friday.
I like Friday because I wasn't ready to talk about bad parenting today.
We can stand on,
but we can though. I mean,
we can do it on Friday. We can do
look, y'all don't know what we gonna talk about, and we don't either. But come back and we'll be talking about something after the break.
Tag a friend, tell a friend.
Ask Qiana too, though.
Yeah.
We got some good stuff.
Antony Blinken's third and arguably most important stop in his latest Middle East tour. Achieving a ceasefire in Gaza will top his agenda in meetings with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and others.
Hello, I'm Gabe Ortiz, and this is WEDU Arts Plus. Based out of St. Pete, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is a morning radio show about hip-hop life and urban culture. Meet the hosts who inform and empower their listeners.
I'm Jabbar Edmond. I go by Mr. Edmond. My role, I'm a host and I'm co-founder.
My name is Brother John Muhammad, Your Brother John, YourBrotherJohn.com. And my role on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is host or co-host.
I just go by Qiana. Sometimes you may hear the guys call me Q. I may say Q just depending on my personality that day. And I'm the female of the crew. I think I keep balance when you look at the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. So that's my role.
And I'm Bruce Moore Jr. A lot of people do know Bruce Moore Jr., obviously being born and raised here and going to school here, but there's many more people that know Reno.
St. Pete is small, and so the good things and bad things that come with a small city, you know, everybody knowing each other, of course, would be one of the pluses.
My neighbors were not only just my neighbors, they became my family.
Trying to put that back now, like really getting back to a place where we know our neighbors and we look out for each other. It was a St. Pete that existed, you know, south of Central, and then there was another St. Pete that existed north of Central and downtown. It was a struggle then, and I think it's still, you know, somewhat a struggle for black people in the city of St. Pete.
Even with every step of progress we make, it's still a struggle to, you know, implement that progress.
Did y'all hear about the weed college, the first cannabis college?
In Orlando.
Talk to us,
No, yeah, I've been looking at it.
This is serious, y'all.
Over a year ago.
If you got the charges, go and get the degrees, King. You got years of experience, man. It ain't like you come into a classroom with no data.
Elon Musk said that a drug dealer knows how to manage and run a business better.
I can't believe that.
The real facts, man.
I'm all about education. But what I'm saying is that we carry this industry on our backs.
The way we started the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, Jabbar approached me about what could we do, how can we do something together, and then an opportunity to promote Amendment 4. Amendment 4 is the, you know, voting rights restoration to returning citizens. We were able to negotiate a deal where we got like 30 minutes on the radio, got 99 jams to talk about, you know, Amendment 4 and other local, you know, policies.
As negotiations continue over a ceasefire in Gaza, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed to invade the southern city of Rafah with or without a ceasefire deal. In a statement, Netanyahu said, quote, "The idea that we'll halt the war before achieving all of its goals is out of the question." Netanyahu's statement came hours before U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken arrived in Israel. On Tuesday, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres called again for an immediate ceasefire and warned an Israeli invasion of Rafah would be a, quote, "absolutely devastating tragedy."
For the sake of the people of Gaza, for the sake of your city.
No, they saw her.
They saw her.
Saw her. Oh my God.
Now you
saw the wizard.
Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. We talking about Jam behind the cam, Aura Productions, man.
And now she was in front of the cam.
And y'all have no idea how big we about to do it. But yes. But welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmond.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, a.k.a. See That?
See That.
And we would like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because
smart
is the new
gangsta.
Baby.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Okay, can we start off just like this really quick, since they saw Jam the Cam?
Okay.
Jam behind the cam. Or production.
Aura, yeah,
Aura.
Like I love your aura. Her aura is always being complimented, and so much so that she decided to name the company after.
Right,
they have just a thing called the Aura Light.
Aura, yeah.
You ever heard about that place in like?
Yeah. The Northern Lights. Lights.
It's the Aura Light.
I ain't seen that one. We saw the same thing, but I didn't see the.
I was going with y'all, but
I ain't seen no Aura Light. I seen Northern Lights, but that's Mr. Edmond. He got knowledge that we don't be having.
Yeah.
so
you found the
Aura Light.
Okay.
Yeah. I told you, we know stuff we don't be knowing. Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Listen,
man. He knows stuff that we don't be knowing.
I just told you.
Yeah.
So listen, we believe in collaboration and not competition, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
all do. So listen, any podcasters out here?
Come on.
Yes.
Listen.
Open invitation.
Yes.
Come on the radio.
I want to. You're welcome to come. But what I'm going to say, if you're trying if you were trying to get your production together,
come on, man,
and you want to be on the top of the top and be considered, as a real deal, and you're trying to figure your stuff out, go at the Aura Productions. Hit her up, hire her company.
I'm telling you.
She come in, she's professional, she takes notes, she will look at the vision and then execute.
Yeah, because it's podcast production. So like helping with like content development, helping you write your scripts, recording, engineering, all of that. Creative consultation, helping with brainstorming, developing your strategy, audience engagement planning. Also like event coverage. So if you have an events and you need your events to be covered, Aura Productions will help you with live event production, on-site recording and broadcasting, highlights and recap creation. And also, again, man, if you want to do your podcast, but you keep getting tripped up with the technology, don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Don't
worry about it. Hire Aura Productions and she'll take care of that. And you can just sit down and talk that talk or whatever it is that you want to talk about. So yeah. Shout out to Jam Behind the Cam, Aura Productions, man. We really excited about it. So y'all stay tuned. We was talking about this pattern of what's happening in hip hop. So, and you mentioned it, like how from drill music to like Sexy Red, and then from Sexy Red to like rap beefs, and that kind of the machinations behind what's happening. Would you mind like highlighting that?
Oh, so I'm thinking it's a spectrum going on. We just came out of like a heavy drill, like music,
right?
Wave, kill music.
That was just the shoot. No, that was.
I know, but I just didn't want to go with.
Still like that, but it wasn't dominant. And then the women took over.
women still like kind of.
Yeah, they still on top. Cardi, Sexy Red, no.
Yeah, Glorilla, get them Glow.
But
yeah,
it's like,
Glow.
It's kind of more than
get them Glow.
It ain't been
get them Glow.
It ain't been this many women active. It ain't been this many women active.
Yeah,
like at the same time.
I think they broken that norm because it used to be like you can only have one woman at a time, but now it's like women like dominating, and I like that. I'm happy about that.
The music came to the whole point where there was no number one rap.
Okay.
Remember they said that long stretch?
There was no number one on one of those charts.
Yep, on a couple of them or whatever they were saying.
Yeah.
And then boom, beef after beef.
Okay.
Beef after beef.
So I'm not
mad. It's number one song.
I'm not even
mad. The beef records are going number one.
Listen, I'm not even mad about the beef as long as it don't leave like.
Long as it's understood that this is a rap beef. Right. Not like a personal beef.
Because Chris Brown, they went R&B. So Chris Brown this record.
And I gotta like do some research. I haven't heard any of these songs.
So let me tell you, my auntie,
like none of the beef songs. I think I might have heard the one verse from Kendrick Lamar that kind of started. Was his verse that started it?
His
when he was like, "Ain't no big three, it's just big me."
Yeah,
that's the one I heard, and then I didn't hear any of the responses.
J. Cole
or none of the
came back, and then
he deleted his though, right?
Because his mixtape was like, "I might delete it later."
Did he delete?
He went and apologized a couple of days later and said, "This ain't me." Like, boo, boo, boo.
I'm out of my lane.
And then 23 days later,
so is that song still available? The song that I didn't
even go listen to it.
Okay, gotcha.
It's not available.
Okay,
he took it off.
He took it down.
23 days. J. Cole.
Oh, he did.
So 23 days later,
his mixtape album still number one though.
Who, J. Cole?
I might take this. I might erase later.
Might delete later.
Yeah,
it's still charting. But the song, but the one particular song,
it's charting.
It was charting though.
But you said number one. Charting and number one is two different things.
Yeah, you could be number 99 on the top 100, but you on the charts.
I mean, so I ain't mad at it. So 23 days later, after Kendrick dropped his,
okay.
They was number one. Kendrick that whole song. What is it called?
She giving me the timeline.
Yeah. So 23 days later, Drake dropped his.
Okay, dropped the one
his diss record to Kendrick.
The one with Tupac.
Nope, it was one prior to that.
Because when Drake do disses, he usually do them in bunches, right?
Right, so it was a couple of them that he dropped. But the first one was everybody was talking about, like, I felt like Drake did his thing. Drake did what he was supposed to do. 15 days after that, Kendrick dropped his yesterday.
Okay, that's Euphoria, right?
That's 45 days in total. See, and that's the Illuminati. Money.
So no, that's not it, brother. You got to take the 4 plus the 5 and get your 9.
And when you put them
all together, then you get your numbers of significance.
See what they did?
So now watch this,
my brother.
You could probably never.
And don't eat the swine.
My brother, you gotta look in the camera and tell him that. Just look at, just like, don't eat it.
So listen, this is deep. You probably never.
Are you talking about physical swine? You talking about spiritual swine?
Whatever you had, my brother.
Yeah. No mental.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Listen,
we digress
badly. Yeah. But listen, we never talk about grade.
Thank you, Carla. Thank you so much, Carla.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Carla. What's on your mind Wednesday? You on the air.
Okay, go ahead. Introduce yourself, Carla. Hello.
Oh, okay. They were just trying to get us to
come back.
To shake it off.
Hey, we never talk about a Drake or we don't talk about these subjects, y'all. No. And when we do, it's been about the beefs and these records that's been coming out.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, if it was a distraction created by somebody sitting up high, it worked.
Mission accomplished.
It worked.
Yeah, mission accomplished.
It worked.
I agree.
And people, it's just a sport. It is. I'm for hip hop art.
But it has been a trending topic, yeah.
But if I can use your culture against you, it's the most masterful art ever made.
It could be. Or then on the flip side, sales was down. Now sales is up. right? So now people are now getting paid again, right? If this is entertainment, which it is, now we're being entertained. So this is, you got to look at the business part of it. They have to do what they're paid to do.
So somebody was sitting in the office, you say, you know what would be good right now, man? We need a beef.
Right,
But
because
who can we get to beef
what
with
you
each
would
other?
do to the backside of the brain, or the young person who trying to be like that new guy, or that big guy.
You think that's how you got to do it?
So now I'm beefing and I'm cloud chasing. That's cloud chasing. Yeah. That's the definition of cloud chasing.
Just manufacturing things that ain't real in order to get people to pay attention.
Man. Yeah. And then we go at each other and say it's for the sport, but it's cloud chasing on another level, on the highest level.
So how would you respond?
Keep it going. No.
Don't. Give me another one. Give me another one. Give me another one. That'll be the name of the next mixtape, right? Clout chasing.
I mean, listen, you can look at it at all different angles. You know what I mean? It can be clout chasing. It's good for the sport. It's sharp. You know what they say? Iron sharpen iron.
Yeah. It's like battle rapping.
It's
a high finance battle rapping, but then
whenever you're in any sport, you want to be the best.
Sure.
Anybody who does this, it usually is competitive and it's cocky. It's something you have to have a kind of. You gotta have. There you go. Use your word back.
Yeah, bravado.
You know, you gotta have a sense of confidence and cockiness about you
to even get in it,
to get in the ring and to say that you're the best. And when you say that you're the best, then you compete with the best. There's no reason for you to be the best if everybody is under you.
That's so true.
Well, that's something that we talk about. Like, you can't prove that you're a champion if you don't have a challenger.
Right.
Like, you got to get challenged in order to prove that you're a champion.
Makes the champion.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and the quality of the challenge and these like some high, some heavyweight challengers, right?
This is like the Super Bowl. Like, so are we going to tell them?
They say it's bigger than the Super Bowl.
But I'm just saying, like, are we going to tell the two teams not to put their best players forward to not win the championship? This is like, are you not going to put your best rap out there so that you can take the trophy?
I think it's cool as long as we remember that it's entertainment.
Boom, there you go.
Cut down your phone. But hello, caller. Introduce yourself.
Hello. Y'all know who it is this morning. It's Pastor Don't You Know No Good. I just want to say God bless you to the Breakfast Club.
Thank you.
And I got a problem with each and every one of y'all. Y'all haven't been to the church lately and came and paid your tithe. I want to wonder why y'all ain't got that.
They cut out.
There you go.
I'm really upset with the Breakfast Club. Y'all ain't played your tithe, but y'all do Pastor No Good a favor this morning.
What?
I want y'all to hold on while I hang up.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you this, the way that you was cutting in tonight, it seems like we're not the only one paying our time.
Hold on while I hang up. So total digression. What's on your mind Wednesday? How long do you hold on when somebody tell you to hold on before you hang up?
Man, it depends what we was talking about before you told me to hold on.
It does.
That's right.
You know what I'm doing. You don't be wanting to talk to somebody and they keep on talking and they say, hold on.
I'm gone. Okay. So that's good. It depends on what we were talking about before you told me to hold on. That's true.
So fast, they think they couldn't go.
They call back. I hear that. I hear that. All right.
You know, I done got past that. It's like, man, look, this is what I do. When I know I'm not going to hold on, they say, hold on. Hey, don't worry about it. I'm just going to let you go ahead. We traded them. Hey, can you hold on? No, man, don't worry about it. Just go ahead. I'm good. I got everything I needed. You got what you need. We ain't got to come back to this one. Yeah.
But that's an art, too.
From courtesy of Pastor, Don't You Know No Good.
Don't you know no good.
So I saw a question I wanted to ask you, and this is not to ask Qiana, but I wanted to ask you, and we said that we would talk about it in the comments on that post. It was Siobhan Monique. She put out a question. She said, ladies, how do you know your man is cheating? That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of the comments that came in was like, Mindy Liggins, shout out to Miss Mindy. She said, when you start suspecting it. That was one of the ways that you know. Tanya Swain forehand, she said, we know before we even ask ourselves. And then BG said intuition, and he start moving different. And then Miss Angela Wood, she put like a whole list of things. And I want to know if you agree with these. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is in response to the question, how do you know your man is cheating? She said so many signs. The first one, she says, he hides his phone. True or false?
True.
Okay. He leaves the room when on the phone.
Possibly.
he accuses you of cheating and starts checking you.
True.
His sexual behavior changes.
Possibly.
He's always on his phone in front of you, but rarely answers your calls when he's not with you.
True.
Ooh, that's a big one. Double click on that one. He goes missing sometimes.
Possibly.
Might be a crackhead. I'm just saying, I don't know. Is he? Yeah. You might got more little something else going on.
All right, he go missing. What is that?
Oh wait. So
and that's let me tell you why I say possibly. Okay. Because all right, the possibilities can be explained with other things, and all this stuff can be explained because when life be happening, right?
Yeah.
And so sometimes things appear to be something that is not.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you that when you're looking at this, you have to know your partner.
There you go.
So
there's no one size fits all.
There's no one size, but I will tell you, people are creatures of habit.
Yeah.
So know your partner's habit. So if their habits change, then something in their life changed.
So if he always been leaving the room when he on the phone, like all the time, and he continuing to do that, that may not be a sign.
That may not be a sign.
But if he start leaving the room when he normally don't,
it's a possibility.
Then that may be, that's
it's a possibility. Okay. Or he may be planning something special for you, and he don't want you to know.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Facebook got you about to mess it up.
Right, but
you know, read a Facebook post.
You
mess the whole surprise up.
Bust his windows out, and he really just trying to give you a surprise birthday party.
Because it's a possibility. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but go ahead, keep on.
All right, he becomes overly affectionate, and then guilt is the other part of it. That may be a sign.
No,
I
ain't agreeing.
Okay,
but it's a possibility.
Okay, just benefit of the doubt.
But they do. You know what? Okay, I can see what she's saying. Is like, you know, when people are guilty, like Betty Wright say, he brought you flowers. What did he bring you flowers? It ain't because you did something right. It's from the
okay. That's what she said. You weren't listening.
No pain, no gain.
Yeah, he on a guilt trip about the night before. Okay, because he said, what she say, bringing you flowers and all types of gifts. Yeah. Okay. So okay.
That wasn't right.
She said you find strange things, but he always has an excuse. Hair ties, etc. I guess like that's. I mean.
So I'm gonna tell you, if somebody so it's disrespectful, very disrespectful to be able to find hair ties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That lets you know that whoever you're dating don't care.
And from what I've heard, not that correct me, it's like some women do that on purpose. Yeah, they're marking your territory. Like, I'm gonna leave the hair tie right here where I know she sit her coffee.
So I'm gonna tell you, if you
thought of, and it's just a wild.
No. And if you leave your hair tie to make yourself be known, then let you know that you're not as important as you think you are.
Ooh, let's keep going.
Go ahead.
Gets extremely upset when asked about his behavior.
Agreed.
Come on.
No. You know when you're that is true. Because a lot of times when
that's the only way you get
and we'll start with that one. Yeah.
No, and I'm saying only because when people tell you about yourself, usually you get on a defense when you know something is right, but you don't want to admit it at that point.
It's easy way out.
A lot of times,
I don't know.
Until you get emotionally,
I don't know. That don't mean he cheating. That just mean he don't want to be wrong.
See, women don't understand that.
Yeah, you just don't want to be wrong.
It be the point in the principle. People go to prison for a long time, and they be in that cell. You ask them why, and they say it was the principle.
Yeah.
And
they was like, man, it was only $4.50. It wasn't about the money.
It was just the principle, man.
Yeah.
And I can agree with that. And so because like sometimes the phone.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing to hide on that,
but hiding when it's a hiding the phone. Okay, that's kind of a big deal.
You know what? When you
if you just can't leave it, if you got to hide it,
your phone
that's a whole nother level.
Your phone is community property.
Hiding the phone.
Not even if your phone is always down. When the phone is always down.
Okay.
Usually is another sign because they don't know who's called.
How would you do
Come on,
because you intentionally do it. When you intentionally, because sometimes it just go. Sometimes it's not.
But you got nosy people. I don't want you to. My wife's been sending me stuff.
No, you at home with your wife.
Okay.
And now every time you grab your phone like this.
Okay. Okay.
I don't even think about that.
I got you.
Those are just
get the cover.
So put it in the chat, y'all, or give us a call.
Have to open it.
That's how you do it. Yeah, and I think my phone is like that too. Where if you put it a certain way, it do certain stuff. But I mean, but I'm just thinking like that. I don't think that's a sign.
Everything can't be no sign. Look, that's what I would have put on that post at the bottom. I would have been like,
your response to Mrs. Wood
can't be a sign.
She had her whole list too.
But I'm going to tell you, when you're looking for something, you can find it.
Okay,
right?
That's what that post meant.
So if you're looking for it, you can always find, and you can make up. You can connect whatever dots you want.
Your mind is powerful,
right? You can, and it don't make no sense. Like you ever heard people accuse
but it makes
you
perfect sense to you.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Until you break it down, like you really got to break it down to people. Like sometimes when they're looking at like where you was in the 10 minutes that I was gone, like
right.
What could I have done? I left the house.
Okay.
I went to the store and I'm back.
Yeah.
Who the hell did I go and stop by and see in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Like you really, I mean, just think about like when you like.
Yeah.
The stuff that people come up with, oh yeah, they text you, hey love. Mm-hmm. They say hey love to everybody. Ain't that how people talk?
When they see you, they say hey love. Right.
So now it's a problem.
Yeah.
So if you put it in your mind,
okay,
you can kind of connect the dots. But I say it's a conversation that need to be had. But the one thing that tells you about your relationship is when something changed, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they're cheating. Something else could have changed in their life.
Okay, and I think like you said, it's really kind of goes down to conversation and communication about the things that you are concerned about.
ARC.
Yeah, ARC.
Yeah.
ARC.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
Who were we talking to? And they were saying when it comes to cheating, you don't go out. Like if all my needs are taken care of, it was a guy who was saying, he was like, listen, all my needs are taken care of. You supposed to be where you supposed, like I'm not complaining. I'm not going to go and look to mess up my relationship. Right. And so if you are cheating,
but I don't think nobody who cheats is cheating to mess up their relationship. Like you're not cheating saying, okay, I'm finna cheat because I'm finna try and mess up my relationship. Like that ain't the intent or the motive for the cheating.
But people who be cheating, like again, the guilt comes in and then they mess up their relationship. Like then they accuse the other person.
I know.
Nah, you did think
I
you
think
mean.
the mess up happened when the cheating. I think the cheating mess up the relationship, and then how you handle it just determines how bad the mess up is gonna be. Because like once it's done, it's messed up. Then
is there rules to cheating?
It is. It's rules to everything. It's rules to everything, and that's the whole thing. And like with. Even cheating itself, itself is just implying that you broke the rules or you broke the agreement. There was some agreement. There was an agreement that you made and you broke it.
And sometimes
that's cheating,
but you really cheating yourself
every time.
You get what I'm saying? And you'll be thinking it's one way, but it's really the opposite the whole time.
I think every time you're cheating yourself. I think because if you not being direct, straight up and up front, that's going to cause something to happen with you. You know what I mean? It's like, it's this kind of that spiritual thing when you start talking about the burden of sin, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's not natural or normal to walk around and engage with somebody and be lying to their face. Mm-hmm. You can't do that without having something affect you. Or if you do, something is really wrong with you, man.
I mean,
something wrong with
like sociopath. I think that's what
they call them. Yeah.
If you can
do that comfortably, then that's a whole nother level.
And we really part of the program being put on our community is a real sociopathic program. it makes sociopaths.
Yeah.
If you look at what it's doing, and then it make it made extroverts and introverts.
It will drive you
get
crazy.
What I'm saying? So
karma
right now,
is real.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying? You have the extreme on both sides.
Right on.
Like right now.
All right, cool. Well, I just wanted to lift that up because
people
I put
chatting.
it in there.
That's why I was.
Oh, I can't.
Agreed. Karma is real. The other thing that and karma is so real that that's why I try to do good, believe and do good, because the other part of it, we talk about karma as though it's just like, it's bad. What goes around, come around. Okay, well, send around some good.
Right, because
you know what I'm saying?
Favor ain't fair.
That good come back around.
Favor ain't fair.
Good out there. That's what I'm trying to do. Karma, me and Karma, all right. Ain't got no
connection.
Man, I had a problem with Karma, but me and Karma cool now. We worked out
and
our
Karma
differences,
said,
man.
Karma
You know what
said,
I'm
I
saying?
got you in a good way.
Yeah, Karma kind of, taught me how to show up.
I got a little karma equity.
Yeah, we all right. Me and Karma on good terms.
And we add more.
I'm
I'm
looking forward to some of my
Karma
some
community cleanups. We having a chalk festival this weekend.
Right on.
Yeah.
May the 4th. Yeah.
May the 4th be with you on 22nd Street South. The Chalk Festival. Big shout out to Miss Debbie Garrett.
Yep. And if you want to know all about it, go back and watch Monday's broadcast.
Yes, and see y'all Saturday.
She was on Friday.
Bring all the children. Bring your art. It's going to be artists. It's going to be vendors. It's going to be an amazing event.
Absolutely.
This Saturday, the Chalk Festival.
Yeah,
come
on the
up.
Deuces. Y'all make sure that y'all pull up and come through. And then at Campbell Park the other night, I know we've been talking about gun violence and what's happening in the city, and so you were over at Campbell Park the other night.
Yeah,
okay.
I definitely want to give a moment of silence for little Amir, who passed the other day.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's heavy, man. And when you in certain positions, you get those phone calls about what can we do, how can we stop it, and it's a huge problem, man. And honestly, it's hard to not be overwhelmed with it because it's just a lot to try and solve for. You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody's looking for that silver bullet to try and say, if we do this thing, then that will be the thing that'll stop it.
It's never going to be that thing that's going to stop it because it's life, right?
Yeah.
All we can do is try to decrease what is happening and do our part and educate and give opportunities to try to prevent it.
Right.
We talked about, on those days off, those for
when you're out of school
is getting something open where they don't have to stay at home. Right. Give them opportunity. But, there are stuff that's already kind of set up like that. And people don't choose those options. Even if we put that option in there, they still gotta be willing participants.
Yeah.
But sometimes because it's who like they say, don't shoot the messenger, but the messenger is the message.
Right.
If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
I'm struggling with that.
And so what he's saying,
the message that I want to give you has to come from somebody.
Okay, somebody has to bring the message,
and that's the messenger.
Okay.
And it all depends because I may be able to get some people, but then there's some people that's gonna tell me flat no, but then they'll say yes to Jabbar.
Okay.
Or they might say yes to you. And this is where a team comes in. When we talk about raising kids, I always say this is a team sport. Right? It takes a village to do this to make sure that our children are safe. We're not always going to be able to save everybody, but the ones that we can, let's try to do it. Then fascination of guns is never going to go anywhere.
Right. And that's an American phenomenon. That ain't just like a black culture thing. Like guns in America, it's like apple pie in America. Like that's a part of the American way and the American culture. And so how do you navigate that, knowing that,
and we kind of talked. We talked about this all Monday. That was kind of like the show on Monday when we did it. And one is educate.
Yeah.
Just like you let your children try apple pie, you gotta teach them about guns.
Yeah.
So the curiosity leads, because these kids were in there playing with this gun and it went off.
Yeah.
It's curiosity of it and seeing what, and then
and lack of knowledge of how to properly handle it. Yeah.
Right.
I hear that.
So
because once you learn about it and once you get the knowledge and the education, now you know how to properly handle it if you ever encounter it. You know what I'm saying? And the fascination of having a gun or holding a gun like that, it kind of wanes.
It kind of goes away. You ever seen like when somebody, I want to drink, and then they get drunk and they be like, man,
or driving, like when you're young and you want to drive, you want to drive, but then now it's like, okay, but you
adolescent
after
you still kind of turned up by,
and then once you do it, you be like,
and it's like,
but it's just about education. And there's no, I don't have all the answers. I don't think anybody does.
It's a mix of things. We gotta have programs for these children. Big shouts out to the St. Pete Little Devils, the whole staff, the coaches.
Right.
It was
Dexter.
Yep. It was. I'm just gonna tell you, it was like a bunch of community out there,
and his mom spoke amazingly,
like he's showing love,
and that's not easy,
and really pushing, to have this tragedy inspire change.
Yeah,
and that's a powerful thing.
Yeah, and it's always, it always hit different when it's young people, man.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
Yes,
everybody, but definitely when it's young people. And then just senseless. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's just one of those things where we really got to get a handle on it, y'all. And
cover different bases, man.
Couple different bases.
And just participate, because we've been brainstorming. I could say as a team, we've been brainstorming. A part of, because we're gonna, it hasn't been announced, but I guess I say so. We're doing a concert summer series on the Deuces every second Saturday, starting in June.
All right.
Part of it is to increase the peace,
and that'd be good if we can get Friday Night Done Right going back.
Yeah,
so that's 2 days.
We working on it. We working on it.
2 days we'll have the evening.
Yeah, because that was the idea, and that again, talking about a contribution, like creating a space, just creating some safe spaces, and if everybody contributes to creating safe spaces, we'll have more safe spaces.
Right. And then, intentionally.
Yeah.
Like looking at the calendar and looking at those half a days and saying, hey, y'all, let's have some programming for these 3 neighborhoods, 4 neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So that these children can have a nice transition back to school the next day.
Right.
For that half a day.
And we also want to plan a teen summit.
Yep.
Another teen summit to sit down and really talk to the youth and get their opinions and what we can do better.
Right.
You know what I mean? To help guide them and what they're looking at, because as adults, we all have our opinions, and we were children before, but their minds work a little bit different. It's good to kind of bring them back into the fold and let them know that.
Y'all remember the show Teen Summit?
Yeah.
And
maybe we need to bring something like that back.
I mean, I'm definitely with it. We can orchestrate. We just did an amazing Lakeside chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what really made me click is say, I hope that we could, in our community, because we got something very precious. We got a community that can relate to their youth.
Yeah.
We don't think we can relate to them, but we really do relate.
Yeah.
Like we kind of stuck in a time where we're all together, kind of. And we could just, use that to our advantage.
I think so. I think identifying, like what you said, I'm glad you said it about the chat that we did this weekend, like having the youth lead it with support from adults so that they can design it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we're designing things for them from our age and our perspective, but not really being mindful of like their age. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, like I'm a 48-year-old designing a program and a plan.
19, 16
yeah.
And seriously put $1 million behind it.
Oh yeah, like a whole bag behind it, and then you wonder why it don't work because we didn't consult them in the design. You know what I'm saying? And they could have told us at the beginning, like, "No, don't do that. We're not gonna come." Or do this and we will come.
Because what we're doing, why it's important to involve them. Because when you're looking at marketing, they don't technically ask the consumer. They figured out, but what it is we're not.
They
do research, but what I'm saying, they do a lot of research, but they're not going out there and doing a panel like we're about to do, right?
Yeah.
But because we're not trying to manipulate them.
Right.
We want to really get their input and hear what they have to say. So that's what.
And then the other part of this too, and I'm with it too. The other part of it is beyond the input, because that's another thing that I see. They'll give us input, and then we take the input and we create the program. What I'm saying is, give us input, let them give the input, but then we start giving them the training on how to organize. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and let them put the program together.
Them put it together with us being surrounding them to say, okay, this is how you organize your community as a 15, 16, 17-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Or 21-year-old, 25-year-old. Here's ways that you can do it. Now that you have this idea, you have this vision, here's the actions that you need to take in order to grow it and develop it into like a movement, and really letting the children lead, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I think would be a great contribution to this, and not just the input.
Oh, I'm always with the leadership position because I feel our youth has so much potential, and more potential than is talked about at times.
Right.
I see a lot of these young men and women really shining in a lot of ways that really don't make it 100 likes on Instagram.
Right.
You know, they only get, the 30 family members, 40 family members and friends, but they on the dean's list and they doing this here student government. So big shots out to the ones who really in the paint doing it already.
Thank you for that, because I remember when we was doing STV 12 and 13, and those days we would talk about how it's more children going to college and more going to, more. There's more success than not, and so this is not like, okay, the whole community is doomed. We're doomed, and like,
because we're not.
Like it's a lot of great. Like you about to start to seeing the graduation pictures. Like we just saw the prom pictures. So we have these positive things that's going on in our community as well. And so we definitely want to acknowledge that. But there's this pressing issue that we have to address, that we got to confront. We can't act like it's not happening. So it's a holistic thing. But when you look at the bigger picture, if you're flying over, like this is a small piece of the pie. But we really have some children and youth that are doing some amazing things in our community
highlight them too. We do highlight them. So
absolutely.
Oh yeah, I want to definitely say big shots out to the St. Pete Little Devils. And just support some of these teams, because a lot of times the youth we looking for, they already out there practicing every day. They already out there at the field. Holler at some of these coaches, man. Holler at some of the organization heads, because these organizations need y'all support. I seen how the team came to be a safe space, a healing space.
Right.
That's really what it was out there.
And we need that, yeah.
And the team facilitated that. That was a big thing. And I think, we got to support these teams back. We got to go in the paint and figure out ways, because we got to have more than just those sports, but we got to fortify them sports.
Yeah.
We got to make it so them boys can take 75 to 100 kids.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
So,
we got to raise their capacity.
But when they do this, so I love this. But on the flip side, y'all don't be going out there showing y'all tails at these people thing. Like, cause no, they be out there gambling. Like,
model
let's call it this.
Yeah.
No, like
you model the
but
behavior.
you gotta model big, right? We really gotta do it, cause people are, cause there are people out there supporting, right?
Support.
And they're out there, they're putting money towards it, and that's really good. But y'all need to make sure that.
But it's something that need to tighten up.
It's because
respect. I'm just going to
I'm just saying, like, you really got to keep this as a kid's sport and keep it friendly. Like, let's call it out. Like, they be gambling at these things, and then it end up being fighting, and then it's ruining it for the kids. And then you wonder why the kids are fighting each other, because they seeing the adults fight each other at these games.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's things that we really need to address too, to make sure, because like St. Pete,
I don't know the prevalence.
No, I'm just saying St. Pete has a really good program and fight really hard to make sure that their kids are safe, and then they get a bad stigma because of other people that come in that don't have nothing to do with the organization whatsoever.
I've seen that.
So you're looking at
like how you have great events inside the park, but then the parking lot is where the action is.
So what we're saying is like you need
to
need to respect.
Tone it down.
Respect the children and the organization that you do not take. You're right. That's why I'm
going. I ain't hear it loud and clear.
All right, now
you heard it loud, but it wasn't clear.
I didn't know what you was talking about. Now I hear you. Yes. So for real, we want to lift up these organizations. These are institutions in our community. Yeah, and we want to lift them up.
And I want to shout out to people who are consistently having their boots on the ground and not just responding, because that's another one of the things too. These types of things, and it happens and it's necessary. Like you got to have first responders. You got to have people who see things and they get inspired or they become outraged. Because, you know what I mean? Because that's the thing too. Like people like, where's the outrage? Okay, well that's not a sustainable thing. But if that's what it takes to get you going, then get in. You know what I'm saying? But you got people like Keys for Life. You got John Bailey. Like you got people that are doing work in this space. So if you're looking for a way to get involved, start by tapping into the people who do this all the time.
Like so the same.
You know what I'm saying? We do. And I want to say this, and I got to say it again so that it's clear. A lot of times we get inspired to do stuff, and we overlook the people who are doing stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like if certain people could be supported, the impact that they have. So now when you angry, start seeking out. Before you say, we need to do this, find that person who's really been doing it, who you've seen marching, you've seen them going around to youth programs. Like you find somebody who you can support, who's doing the work.
And maybe you can help expand what they're doing.
Exactly. Before you go and do your spinoff and start your own thing, find the people that you can support. And then if there's a way to partner or a way that you can do your own thing, because we need more. So I'm not discouraging starting things, but before you do that, just kind of tip your head and nod and say, you know what, before I go down this path, let me see who else is doing something, and is there an opportunity for us to help and support? I think that would go a long way in our community as well, because we get an idea now. We need to stop the violence, and then meanwhile, this man who's been working over here, like Keys for Life for years, been saying this. It's just sometimes it becomes, I want to say disrespectful, but it's inconsiderate, I guess. To get into at one level to be able to get into this space. You know what I'm saying?
It could be. It could be.
Different levels.
It could be, but you want me to tell you what happens is not necessarily, people don't necessarily do that intentionally.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what I'm saying. Because like, even though, let's say, and
that's why I didn't say disrespectful, because disrespect usually has an air of intentionality. Inconsiderate is just like I didn't think about it.
No, but not even inconsiderate. I may not even know you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though Keys for Life has been around, there's a lot of people that he haven't touched. And there's a lot of people who don't know his call. And they see there in this neighborhood, his calls haven't reached over there to me.
Yeah.
So I started. It ain't got nothing to do with you, sir.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know you. I never even knew your calls. And this is what I said. So a lot of times,
I hear that.
So if I start something, so I'm going to tell you. So here we go. If I start something and you're doing it and I didn't reach out to you, you reach out to me.
So yeah, and I mean, we built some amazing relationships like that.
Right, and that's usually
that was a part of our model. Was a matter of fact, that's how I met G Breed, because we was doing STV 12, and then we saw that he was doing something. He didn't know what we was doing. I saw what he was doing. My wife actually made that connection. She was like, hey, I see you doing something that we doing. And she connected us. And then we ended up doing amazing work together because it wasn't like, oh, you doing what we doing.
So you want, what happens
it was like, no, you doing what we doing, man.
We have a culture.
What's your thoughts? How can we do it together?
We have a culture when we kind of mind our business. Right. We kind of do like, what they do.
When it's convenient.
When it's convenient. But when it's messy, we all in.
Yeah.
Right. But when it's something good, you kind of like stay on the outskirts of what it. So what I'm saying is, when you're working, take your ego out, your pride out. Because we want the situation to be good. And so if somebody didn't reach out to you, you reach out to them.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Assume best intentions.
Right. Yeah. And don't assume that. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Assume best intentions. All right, what else you got? We got 10 minutes.
10 minutes, I guess, to ask Qiana.
Okay. All right. Ask Qiana. Brought to you by the One Community Grocery Co-op. It's ocgc.coop if you'd like to have more information. I don't think we're going to have enough time to do this one. Dear Q, my hairdresser has been a friend of our family for years. We see her go from doing hair in her grandma's kitchen to having her own salon, and we support each month. Last month, she paid cash for a new home, and the month before got a new car. But hold on, I'm all for her getting her coins. She just went up on her prices, saying inflation had everything. And hold on, I'm trying to. I'm reading it how they sent it. Let me back up. She just went up on her prices, saying inflation had everything up in price, but I refuse to support her come up. Here's the kicker. I refuse to support her come up on our backs. Am I wrong? And how do I confront her with my feelings? So can I interpret? Long story short is the hairdresser doing really well, and the client is saying that they no longer going to support them because they feel like they're doing well on their backs.
Okay, I'm going to say this. One, it sounds like hating. Okay, let me say that one. So, and then two, you go to your job.
Mitchell said dead wrong.
Yeah, I was going to say, right.
You took a vacation.
Right, no.
She can't do my hair on my birthday because she's
spending my money on.
First of all, they're going to be in Cancun.
Okay, so
and the rest of the shop.
So she said she support her once a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
That once a month ain't paying no mortgage. It helps, but it's not paying the whole thing.
Okay.
It has to be more than one client for her to be able to buy her house, to buy her car, and to have her own salon. So that means she's about her business.
Yeah.
Right. Third, you never go to your job and don't expect a raise.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's say that again. You never go to your job and not expect a raise.
At some point,
some point, you feel like you're going to get paid what you worth.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't pay it to your friend, you're going to pay it to somebody else.
Ashe.
Right? And you honestly,
Is this your friend?
No, I was going to say.
That don't sound like no friendship to me.
No, this ain't no friendship.
Yeah, it says my hairdresser has been a friend of our family for years. So, how can you...
Like if you sit up there,
you're going to withhold your hand because they doing good?
It's jealousy because she has something that you don't have. If you want what she got, if you want a new house, new car, then get your hustle on. Figure out how to pick up your coins instead of counting hers. And she give you a service, right? And do you like her hair? You're not complaining about how she does your hair.
You're right. Probably got to have been doing it for a long time. Gotta love it.
So at this point, all I'm saying is, hairdresser, if you hear this and you the one who got a new hair, check your circle.
Right.
Check your circle.
This is a verse from the Holy Quran. It says, if good befalls you, it grieves them. And if evil afflicts you, they rejoice at it. And if you are patient and guard yourself, their scheme will not injure you in any way. Surely Allah comprehends what they do. So it's in the book. When you're doing good, everybody not going to be happy. And when you're doing bad, it's going to make some people smile.
Because it sounds like you
want her. But don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
You're going to be all right.
It sounds like you want her to be struggling.
Yeah.
You want
your hairdresser to have nappy hair, huh?
You don't want her to be able to.
That go back to that conversation.
But like, how do you start?
But that's how I be though.
Yeah.
Because they say if you the pastor in a nice car.
Yeah. Pastors get a hard time for driving nice.
And if you
doing your job, I think you should
get paid. That's how I feel about it.
I say that 10 times.
Because you see it in organizers. You see it in organizers. They think we're supposed to be poor forever. They want us to do the work for free.
Yeah.
And then
down you because you get a big. First thing they say, oh, he's getting $200,000 a year.
Right.
They should be giving me $1 million.
Right. That ain't enough.
That ain't enough. Do you know how many days I walk for free?
Giving that $200,000.
I just
sidebar. We're gonna talk about that offline.
That's what they be doing though.
It's true.
As soon as
that's unfortunate.
When you're doing stuff for people, they think that you're supposed to still be beneath them.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it was like that in the streets. I remember
that's what
people.
Black girls like. I mean, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Them girls had mansions and stuff. They got persecuted for that.
And they
because they were living good.
And then they hired their boyfriends, and they should have hire your family, do all that other stuff.
Because your family, if you think about it, I hear the other culture piece of it too. But if you think about the people who really support you and help you when you just getting started, it's your family.
No, what they did really was just assassinate the character of those people in the operation they was doing. And right now, to this day, you'll hear Black people say, "Oh, Black Lives Matter." They were spending all that money on their house.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what people remember it for. That was a whack job. You
right,
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because guess what? If y'all earned that paper,
I got in a whole argument about this.
Live your life. How you want to live your life? You ain't got to be poor and poverty.
Because they was like they were hiring people that wasn't qualified. I said, "What's the qualifications?"
You're supposed to give people a chance.
Like, what is the qualifications? And then it went in. Well, they don't have. And I'm like, no. Tell me what is the qualifications to help your people?
Okay.
What is the qualifications to help your people? You know what I mean? Like you sitting up here.
Yeah.
You look at
to help your people.
That's the conversation. I'm asking y'all.
And then go read that thing about all of the people God chose and see how qualified. Like Moses couldn't talk. He had a case pending. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
so many
you know that thing that they give you, they tell you about
here.
all of the different things that they had going on, man. Those people had stuff going on, but they was able to get the job done.
People can twist whatever they want to fit their narrative, right?
And
it really is. And then what happens is we get stuck in the mindset where people put us in this box and we feel like we're free, but we thinking just like they want us to do. Because if you're saying I have to have a degree to help my people,
and the degree is a BS. Bum bum bum. That's dad joke.
No.
Got a BS degree,
and it is a lot of it is. You know what
PhD,
I mean?
piled high and deep.
Mm-hmm.
But
you know,
I'm gonna stop y'all.
No, but you
shout
know
out to all
who
the
hurt.
PhDs. We appreciate y'all.
We do.
If people study economics for years and all right, I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there. There are no qualifications to help your people. All you have to do is be sincere and really want to get the job
and somebody
done.
Said,
and you can learn, man.
Brittany says to focus on the messenger and not the message.
I hear that. Yeah, we talked about that full circle. Came back.
But you know what happened is this is when you see jealousy comes in our community when people feel like because they got something, like they went and got their degrees and they can't do what you do. Right. They feel like you're not deserving of it because you didn't put in the work as they think that you did.
I read a story about that with two brothers, but we can talk about that another time.
Hey, caller, introduce yourself. You got like 30 seconds.
Hey, y'all hit a real good topic. I want to tell y'all something that I'm experiencing right now. Re-entry program.
King Jab.
Re-entry program. I just put in my application. But the qualifications for a re-entry program is they want you to have a BA degree in sociology and things like that. And they want you to take a background check.
Wow.
For re-entry?
Wow. Wow.
So, this is how the game is being played, y'all.
So we talking about systems change. Appreciate that, King Jab. We got 2 minutes, man. Thank you for that. So you got to do a background check to work with people who got backgrounds.
It's who best to tell somebody how to overcome is somebody who's walked through your shoes.
But it's the people who writing the regulations, the policies and practices. They're not necessarily the people who have experience to even know that that's who to get. You get what I'm saying? They got to be educated. That's who it is.
And I think it's also just the perception. It's the way that they view those who they're trying to help. You know what I mean? That's like you don't think that the people you trying to help can really help themselves. So you need a qualified person to come and help this person. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't really need that. Like,
and then that qualified person
give me I got a pole, I got bait, but I just don't have access to the lake. You know what I mean? Like I know how to fish. I just need y'all to take that fence down and let me get over here to the lake so I can take this pole, take this bait. You know what I mean? Take this knowledge of how to fish to be able to get to the lake.
And you know what? If you take that qualified person and let them walk the other person's shoes.
You look, he trying to make me go over time. He trying to make me go over time.
You a fish license.
Come on, man. Like I know how to fish, but I ain't got no license. I ain't got no lake access.
But take that qualified person and let them walk in somebody else's shoes, they probably wouldn't make it.
All right, got a hard stop at 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah, all right, it's 9 o'clock. Change you want to be. Stay tuned for Sister Hughes.
Make you lose your shoes and shout all around the house. And we want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
Hey, make sure y'all at Urban Drinkery on First Friday.
7-something. We out. Y'all have a great one.
WUJM, St. Petersburg. 99